This is the Voice of Turkey's English language transmission broadcasting from Ankara in the 25-meter band between 1330 and 1430 UTC on 12035 kHz to Europe. You can listen to us over the Turksat 3A and 4A satellites and on the internet at www.trt.net.tr through the Voice of Turkey link. Our email address is englishdesk@trt.net.tr. Following the news and review of the Turkish press, the Voice of Turkey will present some programs and some music. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. This is Halil İbrahim Sarıkaya from Voice of Turkey. Today, 24th of March 2022, you are listening to the news. Turkey vows to continue efforts for peace, stability in Black Sea. Turkey will continue to work for peace and stability in the Black Sea, the National Security Council said on Wednesday. Turkey will continue its mediation and facilitation efforts beside implementing the Montreux Convention to maintain peace and stability in the Black Sea, said a statement after a meeting chaired by President Recep Tayyip Erdogan at the presidential complex in the capital Ankara. It further said that the latest developments in the Black Sea prove that Turkey was right in its balanced position and efforts for global and regional peace. The statement also underlined the need to increase efforts for a permanent solution to the issues between Ukraine and Russia, with Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity respected. The Russia-Ukraine war, which began on February 24th, has met international outrage, with the EU, US and UK, among others, implementing tough financial sanctions on Moscow. Ukrainian President addresses French Parliament. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the French Parliament Wednesday afternoon in a televised speech from his office in Kiev. The leader of the embattled Eastern European nations spoke to French leaders of both houses gathered at the National Assembly and asked for ammunition, air power and humanitarian aid. As National Assembly President Richard Ferrand welcomed Zelensky, saying, "Ukraine is part of the European family," the parliament greeted Ukraine's president with a standing ovation and applause. Ferrand also welcomed the Ukrainian ambassador to France, Vladimir Omelchenko, present in the audience. "We will continue to assure everything to set up to provide assistance to you, whether it has to do with the adopting restrictive measures against the aggressor or supplying humanitarian aid to the Ukrainians and to the refugees," Ferrand said. "This must stop immediately. We can call Russia to comply with humanitarian and international law. We will remain firmly by your side." Over 4,500 people evacuated from Ukrainian cities of Mariupol, Mariupol. Ukraine's Deputy Minister Iryna Vereshchuk said thousands of Ukrainian civilians were evacuated Wednesday from the cities of Mariupol and Mariupol. Speaking on her social media account, Vereshchuk said 7 of 9 evacuation corridors were used to take civilians out of conflict zones. A total of 4,554 people were evacuated, including 2,912 who left Mariupol for the city of Zaporizhzhia in their private vehicles, and some 60 tons of humanitarian aid were distributed among various cities, she said. Russia's war on Ukraine, which began on February 24th, has been met with the international outrage, with the European Union, US and UK, among others, implementing tough financial sanctions on Moscow. At least 977 civilians have been killed during the war and 1,594 injured, according to UN estimates. more than 3.6 million people have fled Ukraine to neighboring countries, according to UN Refugee Agency. UN Security Council rejects Russian draft resolution on Ukraine. The UN Security Council on Wednesday overwhelmingly rejected a draft resolution from Russia on the humanitarian situation in Ukraine. Only China joined Russia in voting in favor of the text, with all of the chamber's other 13 members abstaining. The draft resolution expressed grave concern at the humanitarian situation in and around Ukraine, citing in particular a growing number of internally displaced people and refugees from the Ukrainian conflict. While it condemns all violations of international humanitarian law and violations of human rights, the text does not assign blame for the war. Speaking ahead of the vote, U.S. envoy to the UN Linda Thomas-Greenfield said the draft was a Russian attempt to provide cover for its brutal actions in Ukraine. And that was the news brought to you by the Voice of Turkey.